All right, welcome people. It's still spring. It's Spring Trend right here on Western Spring Television, where we say it as it is. And of course, this is the last edition. It's TGIF edition. Thank God it's a Friday here in Spring Trend. We talk about everything that is trending, what's trending, who is trending, why they are trending, and reactions on social media. My name is Evelyn Ohiolei. And Femi is here. Welcome.
Awesome. Yeah, thank you.
All right, let's just move very quickly to the very first story for today. Mr. President is, encouraging people and telling them that they shouldn't worry about inflation. We will bring it down. Those were his words. And if you remember, build up to the 2023 election, the president at the time, when we had an increase in the pump price, and he said in Yoruba, now I remember that time in Ogun State, where he said "Elo fokobale, amagbewale," and that's the president telling you this now about inflation. All right, reactions on social media. Real Queen B says, "Look at his hand that he wants." Oh God. All right, so she says propaganda inflation wouldn't change the price of goods and services in the market. This is Real Queen B's reaction to that. And Abubakar says this one from Tinubu is pretty bold, considering that inflation is a complex economic issue that can be hard to control. I'm curious what his plan is to bring inflation down. I think people would appreciate more details about how he plans to accomplish this. And Eric says, let's not generalize our distrust of government based on past experiences. Every administration is different and deserves a chance to prove themselves. Let's give our current governments the benefit of doubt and work towards building a better future together. Trust can be rebuilt one step at a time. Femi, what do you think? Do you think we should, what Eric is saying, give the government benefit of doubt? We should trust them that they can do what they say they want to do. But then I like what Abubakar says, that it's not just you giving general statements, blanket statements.
Talks,
Give us the details. How do you hope to bring it down? Your thoughts?
I think that's very key. We'll bring in, calm down. When I saw the thing yesterday, I saw a man beam me with confidence, really, to say, calm down, in his usual,
calm down.
With his left-hand gesture of, but then, for many Nigerians, I think this pep talk is not working. It's good that he's talking to the people. I mean, that's a good one, so to speak, because we are not used to that, especially leaders coming to say things. At the time, many persons even said, former President Buhari was keeping malice with the country, especially during COVID. He had to be practically dragged, so in a way, or please, Baba, speak to your people, before he spoke about, and then he told us about COVID-19. That was the language he used at that time. But then Tinubu is speaking, but if that talk is good enough, it's another thing. It's good at speaking with the people, but then by 29th of next month, will have been 1 year. When do you want to be wale? When do you want to? We bring it low like it's a document that we just roll out. Yeah, you must walk your, talk and do everything that you have to do and let people see it. It's good that you are telling them there's a good lie, a good boss that has been ticked, but let people see that this is working. Almost 1 year. It's not looking like anything is improving. Yeah, some gains made. The foreign exchange to Naira, path, but then let people see that these things are, let them be able to afford basic things. Many Nigerians are not even, many don't care about what you give them, really.
Just the basics.
Let them be able to have an environment in which if they work, they can afford basic things of life. That's what they want. Keep them safe. Another part is talking about the economy. What about security? Abduction here and there, abduction here and there. That will make it to work. If people are being abducted on their farms, it's easy. It's basic economy. Farms cannot go there. You can't go and farm where there is no protection. So the few farmers in a particular place that are safe, whatever they are bringing is what the rest of the nation will be sharing, and it will be expensive, and they will end up bringing in food from outside the country. It's as easy as that. Mr. President, good that you are talking to us, but please do better. And very importantly, give us deliverables. By 1 year, this is what you have. Yeah, exactly. By 2 years, this is what you have. Don't just give us ambiguous statement. You bring it down. When? They want to see.
Mr. President, Nigerians want you to walk the talk. Yeah, we don't just want rhetorics. Let us know what you want to do, how you want to do it, when you will deliver it, so that Nigerians can monitor the process and the progress. Yeah. Moving on to the second story. The second story today, we hear that a Nigerian court has sentenced a TikTok user to 3 years in jail for defaming Nollywood actress. And you all remember that case between Eniola Badmus and that TikToker who wanted to go viral and who wanted to blow. And of course, we hear that the Nigeria court has helped the girl to blow, using Nigerian parlance now, using the word blow. And it's such a nice one that we had a conversation with Barrister Ohiolei earlier on, speaking on cyberbullying and stalking and what to know. And, he mentioned the fact that the penalty is 3 years in jail or 7 million fine or both. So she is getting one of that, which is 3 years in jail. Reactions: Olufumilola says, this country is just upside down. Isn't defamation meant to be a civil matter? It's in Nigeria you will see people serving criminal punishment over civil dispute, where you'll see army carrying out the duty of police. Very anyhow place. But I want to disagree with Olufumilola at this time. Okay, Kenachuku Ugochuku says, defamation is criminal. I think he is reacting to what Fumilola says. Defamation is criminal and not civil. Go and read the Cyber Crimes Act of 2015. And if you care to read, she was given an option of fine of 150 Naira. And Africa is, okay, Give Them Finish says, 100% content creators really need to be reading the social media laws before jumping online to defend people. I am shocked at how many people do not even know they exist. Instead, people are shouting up and down, it's unfair. All in the name of monetization. People are losing their sense. Femi, what do you make of this situation
now
here?
Either cyber stalking, either found guilty, that is criminal or civil. I was saying it off camera, I don't care. Be responsible. It's as easy as that. Don't just say, especially on WhatsApp, send as forwarded, especially older people, they can send you whatever is not, some broadcast of 4 or 5 years ago. And some will even come with threats to say, if you don't do this particular thing at this time, somebody that failed to do it, something happened to them, so you must do it now. Somebody will send you something. I'm sending Evelyn something, and then at the end of that particular BC broadcast, you will see a part say, send it to me if actually you love me. Or gonna be you sending it in, I should still send it back to you. And anything that looks scary, people say it. There was a time of bathing with salty water, and if you didn't do this at it,
that's time of Ebola.
I've even slept off on that particular night, only for me to wake up in the morning. I was in school. I saw the whole of the compound with water and everything, and everybody was water. They said, didn't you bathe with salt water? I said, I didn't die now. Maybe I wake up. These are the things. Know what you are retweeting. We have just been educated in our previous program. Don't just retweet, because for some persons, it can be counted, or not even for some persons, it can be counted as you aiding and abetting, as endorsement. So with your 1,000 Naira per gig data, don't just iron your clothes, do a photo shoot, and then you'll be on your way to prison just because you are irresponsible. I don't like when people try to play something down on the nation. Somebody has done what is bad. You are not trying to equate it with, there are some people that are stealing billions. Some people are killing other people. They are not doing anything about that. That's bad. But you, the ones you are doing in your own corner, take responsibility. You can't defame me and I'll sue you. You'll not be telling me
you're bigger than that.
I'm bigger than that, or because I have a justice as my father. That's why I want to use the power on you. Or I should just be a good Christian, And you forget it. No.
What will Jesus do? That's the question. They'll tell you, what will Jesus do in this situation? But like you said, you have rightly put it, we should be responsible.
We should be. Take responsibility.
Whether online or offline.
Offline, yeah.
And you see, these people that actually go behind the keypads to type what they type, some of them, they can't even stand to these people physically when they see them.
Evelyn, God
they
bless
can't
you.
stand and say to them what they are typing.
You know, I was telling somebody that it's easy to carry this device and type for anything. The president is this, the president is that. Yeah. Especially if you are not doing that within the confines of the law or confines of your job. Even your job, there are regulators. This is what we are doing. There are regulators that regulate.
Yes.
How many people can see President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in this paraphernalia of office and say those things that they say to him? Even if he does, he's not holding king, he's not holding gun, let him just stay like this with all his lieutenants around him, and you look at him and say, you like this, there is something in you that will not make you to talk.
Yeah.
It's not that because of intimidation, but take responsibility, either to the people in power or to your neighbor. People will come online and then say hurtful things.
Hurtful, very hurtful.
And then I take it up, somebody will now come to my DM and say, he's our church member.
And if you don't have proof, if you don't have evidence, do not even say it, because like we had in our earlier program, earlier on, the legal practitioner that we brought on board says for this particular offense, the law cannot automatically wake itself up. So if as a person you defame me and I come for you, I wake up the law and say this person defamed me and I want the consequences of this person to be reeled out to the person, and you're coming to tell me, calm down, don't be a big boy about it. No. And I think it's high time we have situations where people actually pay for their actions so that it can be a deterrent to others. Now we move to our next and final story this beautiful Friday morning, and we hear that EFCC has reportedly, arrested Bobrisky, that's Idris Okoye, also known as Bobrisky, over alleged Naira abuse. It was just days we were talking about very dark man, and now EFCC, arresting Bobrisky. Operatives of the Lagos Command of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, have arrested socialite Idris Okoye, better known as Bobrisky. According to reports, Bobrisky was picked at his Lagos home on Wednesday, April 3rd, 2024, over alleged currency mutilation and abuse of the Naira. And Believe_Ayadun says this is nothing but a distraction for very dark man to rest. But the case is different, of course. EFCC is different from cross-dressers case, so we are not tripping on this. EFCC reportedly arresting Bobrisky over alleged Naira abuse is not surprising, and it is Tessie writing this. Tessie is saying that this is not surprising, and it is one of the various petitions he is going to answer for, not to mention different public display of nuisance. Bobrisky better get a good lawyer and enough money, because he might end in jail. And Chongaman says, male cell or female cell, confusion go choke for this station. But then I watched the interview with the EFCC spokesperson, yesterday, and it was using the pronoun, the male pronouns for him, he, because his name is Idris Okoye. Even on the plate, it wasn't Bobrisky that was written there, it's Idris Okoye. So it shows that he is a he.
I'm not sure he has officially declared himself as a transgender. He hasn't done that. He can be mommy of Lagos.
He's a cross-dresser.
Cross-dresser doesn't mean being a transgender. And he hasn't identified as, I am part of the LGBTQ officially. Although some speech, some of the things it does, but then that's for the law to take care of. But, for mutilation of the Naira and many things, it's not just about Bobrisky. The thing is, I think our culture in a kind of way makes us to express. And part of it is to use money to appreciate people or to show who we are. That's culture. Now, but I'm not sure our culture tells us to put money into the air, the money flies away, and then people are stomping, stomping their foot or feet on it. I'm sure there are many places I've seen when they come as the chairman or the odogus or the alajis. They come around and then they do these things, and then you see the notes all over the place, and people are stamping on it and making it to look like, no, now we day here. I'm not sure that's right. But if actually, even spraying it,
yeah,
you know, if actually it's bad, okay, the law will take care of that. But we should just take responsibility in all of these things. Because for people in show business, it will be a bad day for them if they end up not being sprayed. You know what happened during COVID now? These things didn't happen. People printed fake this thing, you know.
You do the transfer, you get the amount.
But then we should find a way around it. There is a place for mutilation. I think there is another case for money laundering or so. If we have his day is caught. But what we would not like to see is if he's being victimized because some persons doesn't like him. It's as easy as that. Let him have his day in court. We have representation and we'll be judged accordingly. All
right, thank you so much, Femi. It has been a wonderful show today. And I should state it out there. Please read, and read. Read the law. Read what the law says about a particular situation. Because like I said before, and I'm saying it again, ignorance of the law is not an excuse. And for every community, there are laws guiding it. Because like they say, where there is no law, there is no sin. Thank you so much, Femi, for coming on board.
My pleasure.
And to you, our esteemed viewers, thank you for being a part of our world. From Monday till today, we'll make a return on Monday. Next week, Monday, 8:30 is the time for Spring Trends right here on Western Spring Television. My name is Evelyn Ohiolei, and it's about time to have a very fabulous and fantastic weekend. This weekend is going to be lit, and I mean it literally.
Okay. Ciao.
Bye.
Interesting.